after last week's little mishap with the anniversary alerts, being the fact that, well, the Excalibur deck skin did turn up, but the weapon wasn't what it was supposed to be, I'm really interested in seeing if that is fixed this week, or if we're going to have a repeat of the weapon that was here last week. Of course, at the same time, it would really have been nice if the alerts went live when they were supposed to go live, which was about now. Okay. Earlier is the best way I can put this. So, the Dex Dakra, they have actually changed this on the site as well. It's the Dex Dakra, which should be a melee-only weapon. Weapon? Yep. The Stalker's going to come round with a whip and he's going to chase you all over the place. It's a melee weapon only mission, and the first one, the Excalibur, well, technically it is still the Excalibur, but at this time it's a Noggle instead of the actual skin. Or as I like to put it, those two Noggles in the middle of the screen. Well, slightly in the middle of the screen. They are the Excalibur Noggles. They are not new, they have been around, which means that last week's little mishap, because the Dex Dakra was supposed to be last week, has been, I'm just going to say fixed, and has come this week. Unless it was the Dex Dakra that was here last week, in which case, boo. Because the website even says the Dex Cybris was supposed to be last week, which it was, even though the Dex Cybris was supposed to be week 3. These alerts are going to be fairly simple, as you can see, melee weapon only for the Dex Dakra, and free for all on the disruption. Oh, that disruption is going to be a lot of fun. The defense, probably not. Let's be honest, these defenses, they are going for an insanely long time, but the Dex Dakra is worth getting a hold of. So doing this alert, even if you just do it for the Dex Dakra, and you don't do the Excalibur Dex Noggle, it's worth it. But of course, it wouldn't be right to do this without actually having a look, after complaining about it, at the defense itself. I'm not changing a thing this time round. I'm just jumping in with whatever I happen to have, which happened to be Nova. No idea on build, no idea on melee weapons, just gonna throw it on public, have a look, and hope this isn't another 15 wave thing that takes half an hour to do, because it's fun, but very time consuming, and it shouldn't take that long to do 15 waves. It's infested, so it should be better than it was last week. I'm just hoping that it's not, it's Akkad. It's basically Akkad. You can tell this from start straight away. It is Akkad. Oh, even better. It's Akkad, and it is straight up Akkad. Down to the pod, instead of the person that you have to protect. Everything is the same. Perfect opportunity to do something that I didn't think about, that I may have to try and do. I don't have the reach on this. Yep, that happened. So, Speed Nova, good to know. I was actually wondering for a minute there if I had bothered to swap those round, but turns out I had. So it's basically 10 waves of Akkad, without the massive cash bonus upon completion. I think the only way to find out, no, is the easy answer to this. 16,112 credits. Akkad gives you twice that for just doing the mission. This didn't give you anywhere near that. But that's not why you play that. You play this for that, which is actually a pretty decent melee weapon. Especially, this is probably the best time of year, and the only time of year, to get a hold of weapons like this, if for nothing more than the weapon slots that you would get if you were to sell it. I mean, there's 5 weapon slots there that I probably should just get rid of these, but this weapon, it's not that quick, but it's a dual-wielding melee weapon that just deals a really nice amount of damage. Attack speed can be fixed fairly easily. And while I'm in here, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Oh yes. Because the next alert is Disruption and that is definitely Corpus. So this, well, should make things a lot easier to do, I'm hoping. So it's 8 rounds in total, or 8 terminals it is asking you to do for this, which is actually pretty easy to do. They are fairly low level, they are fairly easy to take out. The only real problem is the lag. It is... Hang on, wait for it. Hey! Quite bad. Down to whoever the host of this happens to be. Which is fine, because it's low level. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. It's a bigger problem when people start leaving the game because of said lag. As expected though, again, not many credits. Argon crystals again. This was Jupiter. That's just weird though. Also again, not why you do this mission. You are doing this mission for the Noggle of Excalibur Dex. Equipment, Orbiter, Decorate, 1. Or whatever button it is on console. And there it is. Can I bring that closer? I can, but we can kind of look closer at this. It's just Excalibur, or Dexcalibur, but as a Noggle. This also, I think this would be the 3rd year of this, and it will go exactly where it should live. Over here, with the other 2, if I can get the right angle for this and try and kind of put it to the side. Yeah, that'll do. So now 3 of them, whereas before it was just 2, which is fine. Better than having none. 1 would be better than having none. So worth doing because free Noggle. So not to forget, of course, there is still the 7-year anniversary website that's here that does go through all of this, starting from 2013 when the Design Council helped build Nova, which I still can't believe was 2013. I thought that was much later. Then it does go through a short history of, wow, the second dream was 2015. It was literally good year, good year, good year, good year. 2016 was a Then it gets kind of better in 2016. 17 brought the Plains of Eidolon. 18, Fortuna. 19 brought... I know it goes on about the Lich system, but let's be honest. Railjack finally turning up was probably the biggest thing of 2019. And then 2020 we have... I'm not going to say it, because there's a perfect joke here that a lot of people will probably get, is the best way I can put this. But, yeah. Hopefully, Void. The open world Void. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for and looking forward to the most this year, hoping that that still becomes a thing. I understand it didn't come this year because Railjack was first, but because Railjack was shown off 2 years ago. Back in 2018, they showed Railjack when they showed Fortuna. It didn't come with Fortuna, but it did eventually come in 2019. But in 2019, they did show the Void Open World, which didn't come in 2019. I really hope that comes this year, because I love the Void. I always have. I've always said I love the Void. It needs to come this year. It would be kind of huge if that came this year. But let's be honest, if the world survives 2020, would be quite an amazement in itself, the way things have been going recently. But hey, at least next week we can look forward to the Lisette Dex skin and the Excalibur Dex glyph, and then after that, question mark. So, I guess we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Maybe.